Sometimes I think we got to ask ourselves that question: do we want to stay on the shallow side of life or move to the deep end of life in which God becomes our only lifeguard?
Willing to be yourself in the sight of people, no matter what people think. I think that's what it's all about. Find who you are, live in spirit, and find peace.
Our lives are meant to be legacies for somebody else, for generations to come, and we got to continue to walk after that and do things that are courageous.
Yo, what's good, YouTube family? Y'all know we back. It's a new year. Check this out. Big things are coming. Y'all gonna look back at this video January 1st, 2022 and say, man, he called it. So look, today I want to talk about how companies trick you into going over the road at the beginning of your CDL career. And what's the three pros and cons of over the road, regional, and local, so that you can have the correct decision when making that choice when you first get your CDL, and which route is a good route to go, in my opinion, to just get comfortable with the business and get flowing, so that you could play the long game and be in this game from a longevity standpoint. One of the cons of over the road is literally you have very tight spaces that you gotta, figure out how to maneuver this truck into. And when you come in first off your training truck and first out of school, that's like when you have the most fear. That's when you have the most nervousness. So it's like going straight over the road is gonna build you with that experience and test you to see if you really want to sustain and stay in this industry, which I agree with. We all need that because it's not just, a cupcake in the water. But at the same time, it can make you not find no joy or fun in trucking, and which means your loads, your dispatch is unpredictable. You will be in one state, you will be in the next state, and then you got a time to get there. You got to learn how to pre-plan. You got to learn how to park in all different types of spots where you have no sense of knowing, what you're up against. And then another thing is that could be one of the quickest ways you can lose your CDLs, in my opinion, because that's where people hit the most objects. You can get the most tickets is when you over the road as an unexperienced driver, or even an experienced driver per se, because it's just certain things in over the road that you can't plan for. So, the more miles you do, the more risk you're at, and that's the key with over the road, and that's what a lot of companies that's why they want you to go over the road, which is cool. In my opinion, you should start get to learn it and then get up to that level. Now, a pro of going over road, get to see and view different things in this world that you may never ever see, not in a plane, not on a bike, but only in a truck and in a car. There's spots that trucks can go that you get to look at, you get to pull over and see, you get to take pictures of, and you get to just tour this company. You get to tour this country basically from a truck, and you get paid to do it. Now, that's very unique in my opinion. That was one of the things that I loved, was that I got to go over the road and see so many different states. Of course, you see in the road, you see in trees, you see in the sky, you see in different views. You're not able to literally go to the country and, party. Go to these different cities and party, but you do get to see different spots. And if you stop and get you different food in different states and different cities, that's very unique. That's that over the road experience that I think every driver should have, and that's why I think you should, in my opinion, start off small and then go up. Pro of regional is literally you get to learn your route. You get some of your time back in regional because you're not over the road every single day. You get to, go home on the weekends if that's your regional route. You get to know exactly what cities that you're going to be in, so you get to predict and pre-plan exactly what time you could be there, what time you could start, and you get familiar with your back end docks. You get familiar with the people that you're seeing. Everything becomes, second nature, and that's what, as truckers, that can take some of that load off of us, in my opinion, going over the road, from over the road to regional or regional to local. So that's a pro of regional. You get to just stay within your border or wherever you are regionally, and that's a good thing. So a con of going regional could be you're literally limited by the region that you're in. You're limited by the miles that you're going to run, because you don't run as many miles as over the road. And if you're not getting paid by the load regional, you're limited to your region and what the loads and rates could be, whether that's in the Midwest, whether that's out west. And sometimes that can stop your shortage, but you got to give up something to gain something. And that's what it's about. So that's one of the cons to going regional. In regional, you're out there like you're over the road, but you're home 1 to 2 days, which cuts back on, all that time that you can be out there. Now, a con of being local. You are driving more so in rural areas. You're driving in a city where it's so much going on. And if you're in a city where it's a lot of rush hour, that could stop you. That could slow down your clock. That could slow down your revenue. But that's one of the things that comes with driving local. And you're limited to how much you're making because local runs aren't long haul runs. They're short runs, 30, 50 miles, maybe 100. It depends. And you're limited by that top dollar for a local run when they can find anybody to run that load. It's not really that bad. You got yard dogs that run certain loads, local probably. So it don't really take that much. It's not that high of a risk running local, even though you're in a city where so many cars going by. You gotta slide your tandem sometimes because you're turning tight. So that's a con of local. But pro of local is that you get to get your time back. You get to get home. You get to treat it like it's a regular schedule. You get to pre-plan. You get to know your runs. And you can prepare to run an 8 to 10 hour and get up early, get back home early, and finish the rest of your day chilling and doing whatever else you like to do. And it turns into where it's more natural and it's more smooth to just, it don't feel like, that full trucking lifestyle, even though you're still driving a truck, even though you're still facing some of the same things. You get to finish early. You get to just, have a regular, routine. And that's what I think some of us truckers need, especially when you're starting off, to just get the feel for trucking, get the feel for how it is, how the cars is, how your tolerance level is, sleeping schedule, eating, and everything like that. Look, to each his own, but don't be fooled into going over the road. Make your choice and make your decision smart based on what you want to do and where you're currently at so that you can grow in the truck industry. It's not to, sprint off in it and then burn and crash. It's to, keep longevity in it and just be better at it. So that's just some of the pros and cons that I can bring you all from over the road, regional, and local. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share. Look, it's all fun and games. And I'm a young trucker. I'm the inspired trucker. And don't forget to rock some of the brand. I love to see y'all in it. Peace, man. Happy New Year's to all y'all. I'm excited. We going up. Stay blessed.